Hello everyone, I'm back, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2024 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. So grab your maximum fear coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2024. The following video was highlighted right at the beginning of the year by YouTube channel History, but it was originally taken at around midnight on August 27th, 2017 in a small neighborhood in Youngstown, Ohio. A homeowner has a security camera mounted on the front of her home, facing the driveway. She has the motion-activated camera to protect her house from criminals, but she never expected to capture this. Looking closer, an odd, bird-like creature runs past quickly. And the video clip is quick, but quick enough to get a good look. History enhances the creature's features. We can see it has two light-colored legs that are excessively long and skinny. We can also see it has a large white head with a possible beak and a black midsection that experts say is feathers. The homeowner claims she had encounters with this being before capturing it on her camera. She said it was running around like a human and making strange, otherworldly clicking noises. She also claims to have found what looked like large piles of bird droppings scattered around her yard. Field researcher Ken Gerhard estimates that the strange creature is about 3 to 5 feet tall, and that in the video it travels approximately 15 feet in only 2 seconds, which is remarkably fast. Some think that it could just be a big bird like a wild turkey or an ostrich or something, but it looks far too skinny, and as I studied the footage, I made a discovery that tells us that it's impossible to be some sort of bird species. Ostriches and emus' legs bend inwards. This creature's bends forwards, and it appears to have knees. Also, it's hunched over and it walks similarly to a human. Reading into ancient Native American lore, there's an ancient artifact dubbed the Cahokia Birdman. This sandstone tablet shows a carving made by the Mississippian people who lived in the city of Cahokia, which is now present-day Illinois. It was discovered in 1971, but it dates back to 1300 AD. It was found on one of the monks' mounds. As you can see, the carving shows a portrait of a half-man, half-bird-like creature, and it definitely kind of resembles the one in the video, with the big human head, the wings, and the long legs. The Mississippian people were also very spiritual, so it's believed that this was a spiritual being that they had encounters with. Maybe they were trying to warn us? Considering these Native Americans lived rather near to the area where this sighting happened in 2017, could they possibly be linked? No matter what, considering all of this evidence, this is no known creature of this planet, thus giving it the name the Birdman of Youngstown, Ohio. On February 18th, 2024, some groundbreaking footage would be released. A man was riding his four-wheeler through the woods of Idaho. He rode down the path as usual until suddenly something runs across ahead. Emerging from within the brush is a Sasquatch-like creature. It moves quickly across the path. Slowing the footage down, we can see its dark in coloration, covered in hair. Freezing it here, it has thick arms, broad shoulders, and a big head. All of these features being much larger than a human's. Its features are also rather defined. It appears it was hiding alongside the path until suddenly it was spooked by the rider. Some skeptics state that the alleged Bigfoot runs like a human, but others think its strides are too long. as it easily clears the path in only one stride without even trying. So could this be the infamous Bigfoot? The four-wheeler rider is adamant that it's real and believes that it really was Bigfoot. A group of friends decided to explore an abandoned property and record their experience. They set out in the middle of the night to some old abandoned farmland that they had found while they were exploring previously. The property was reportedly home to a few barns and a few fields. They explored the fields and such until eventually they reached one of the barns. They took a deep breath and went inside. Immediately, they knew something was off, as they began hearing some otherworldly shrieks coming from deeper within the dark and abandoned barn. They were petrified and didn't know what to do. That's when they eventually looked up into the loft and spotted this.
Turn off the lights. Turn off your light.
Oh, shoot! Shoot! Just get out of the house! Just get back to the house! Just get back to the house!
A pale being hides atop the loft. It peeks its unsettling face up just enough for the explorers to see it. It peers at them with its dark, sunken eyes and lets out a guttural growl. This is when they completely panic and frantically run for their lives. It seems the unknown being even began to chase after them as the noises continued to get closer, but luckily they made it out alive. And luckily they had their cameras on them, or else nobody would have believed them. There are a couple theories with this one. Some thought it was a cryptid called the Rake, the pale, humanoid, extraterrestrial-looking creature that supposedly inhabits dense forests. Others think it could be a skinwalker or potentially even a pigman, because of its strange squealing and grunting noises. But anyways, whatever it was, it definitely was not supposed to be seen. The following video comes from Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. It was posted on January 31st, 2024. The video was filmed by a man named John in Salt Lake City, Utah, specifically on the front of one of the high-elevation Wasatch Mountain peaks. According to RMS, John captured the footage at approximately 4,200 feet elevation. And the peak where he was zooming in was at 9,000 feet elevation. They looked into a spotting telescope which zoomed in about 3 miles to the mountain in question, when they saw an out-of-place life form easily traversing the mountainside. They put their camera up to the telescope to capture this footage, and that's why it appears so shaky. But with the help of digital stabilization, we can get a better look at the footage. And because they are so far away, it's pretty hard to see. But what makes this so remarkable is the fact that the snow on the mountainside can be up to 90 inches deep. What human can even make it through 90 inches of snow, let alone this easily? It moves super quickly and effortlessly, and no humans were reported to be on that mountain range at the time, adding more mystery. Also, we have to keep in mind that the slope is super steep as well. So how is this creature moving so easily? It must be something extremely strong and agile. Many began to speculate Bigfoot. This is when RMS offered up another piece of footage taken by a local helicopter pilot. And this may prove that it was indeed a Sasquatch. The pilot flew over this exact mountain range right after hearing about this strange encounter. He wanted to make sure that it wasn't a person and needed to investigate further. And this is what he saw. Massive footprints in a straight line are seen going up the mountain. And according to RMS, these supposed Bigfoot tracks actually match up with plenty of other credible Bigfoot tracks. They supposedly oftentimes walk in a straight line like this when they are running or moving quickly, making it even more convincing. So what do you guys think? Are there Bigfoots living along the Wasatch Mountains? Or is this somehow explainable? A man named Stevie Dan would capture some bizarre and unexplainable footage on his Primos trail cam. At first the video seems normal, showing a rabbit in the foreground. But in the background a strange phenomenon occurs. A weird light anomaly appears in the background and the rabbit seems to notice as well. It pops up and moves around and even morphs into different shapes. The trail cam owner and no one else have any idea what could have caused this. Some thought it could be a man shining a flashlight in the woods. However, they would have to be exceptionally tall. Behind the rabbit, the ground slopes down pretty steep. So the man would actually have to be around 10 feet tall to be emitting this light. And if it was a man, we should be able to see him on the trail cam as well. Also, who would be out in the dense remote forest at 3:40 a.m.? This is why people began to think that it could be something supernatural. Maybe a ghost, or perhaps even an alien abduction or something. Definitely a very puzzling piece of video. This video here is horrifying and it comes from Australia. A family was burning a log, but it turns out there was a lot more to this log than they initially thought. Check it out.
I'm burning the legs off.
Oh,
Oh, it's not dead. Look at the size of it. Christ.
I don't know. Oh my god.
As the log burns, a huge huntsman spider pops out. And then another one. And then another one, and then another one. A whole family of huntsman spiders apparently made this log their home. And when smoke began to saturate their home, they retreated, making for a disturbing sight. Even the human's bug-killing spray has no effect on these spiders. Australia is known for their huge population of spiders and especially huntsman spiders, and their other terrifying animals of course. But these spiders are also nicknamed wood spiders, because they tend to settle and nest in woody areas, and they are indeed venomous but not enough to harm a human. So despite how horrifying they look, they can't really harm us, so that's a good thing. But it doesn't stop them from being scary. Taking a look at a video that was uploaded to TikTok on February 8th, 2024. A man was inside his home minding his own business when suddenly he looked out of his window into his backyard. He noticed something huge perched atop his tree.
Yo sé que no me estoy volviendo loco, yo sé que no. ¿Usted está viendo eso que yo estoy viendo? Figurados, está como reconociendo. Yo voy a bajar. No, yo voy a bajar.
He zooms in closer. It looks horrifying. The man then leaves for about 15 seconds, and when he returns, the creature is completely gone like it was never there in the first place.
Siento como que se me va a venir, pero para ver si de aquí ya no está. Ya no está. Ya no está.
You can tell by the tone in the man's voice that he's scared and puzzled. But I can't make out exactly what he's saying because I don't speak Spanish. But because it's so blurry, we're not exactly able to tell what it is. Some think it's a giant human-sized bat. Others think it's a goblin or a gargoyle or something along those lines. Some even claim that you can see horns on the top of its head if you look closely enough. But I personally have no clue what to make of this footage. And because of the lack of background information, it looks like our questions will never be answered. A landowner installed a trail cam on his rather remote land to keep an eye out for predators that roam by, and they haven't caught much on the camera besides the occasional raccoon or deer, but what was caught this day was neither a raccoon nor a deer. It was something far more disturbing. A white robed figure moves slowly through the vegetation. The trail cam owners were freaked out. They immediately thought this could be something paranormal or even a crazy, dangerous person wandering around on their land. They claim they have never seen anything like this before. Looking closer, we can't see many details on the figure. We can just see that it's covered head to toe in a white robe. And the way it walks so slowly is eerie. So is this a paranormal entity? The landowners and others suspect that someone potentially died on the land many years ago, and their spirit still roams. Others think it's someone pulling a prank on the landowner. Maybe someone who came across the trail cam one day while hiking and wanted to scare them, so they dressed up and came back in a costume. But others don't think this is the case. Taking a look at a trail cam video that shows us exactly why nature is so scary. I'll let the footage speak for itself. First, a coyote appears. It runs quickly down the path. At first, it's unknown why it's running, but then we figure out why. A mountain lion is in hot pursuit. Then we hear some yelping noises coming from the darkness. We can only assume the mountain lion began attacking the coyote, as it sounds like it's being injured. Because the footage cuts off and we can't exactly see what's going on because they ran out of the camera view, it's unknown if the coyote made an escape. However, it very well could have. These animals are both apex predators, and it's very interesting to see them in a battle. Mountain lions are known for using stealth tactics to sneak up on their prey. Tactics that outsmarted the coyote this time. And we, the viewers, got a front row seat of what it looks like. And also, coyotes usually run in packs. So the cat got lucky to catch one outside of its pack. Definitely some very interesting and scary footage that gives us a sneak peek into the dark side of nature. So let me know in the comments who you guys think would win in a battle, a coyote or a mountain lion. Uploaded to TikTok on January 24th, 2024 by Puberty, the footage shows an unexpected encounter. A man was walking along near a small stream when he noticed something that looked slightly out of place under the water, but he couldn't quite see what it was. This is when he put on his polarized glasses, and then he could really see it.
This is why polarized glasses are a must. Big boy.
The caption reads, "This is why polarized glasses are so important." And I would have to agree. I mean, you can't even see this huge alligator sitting on the bottom at all until he holds up the polarized glasses to the camera lens, then you can see it clearly. Imagine if someone decided to go for a swim in this stream without looking first. You never really know what lurks in the murky waters below. Even though alligators are so big, they tend to settle in rather small bodies of water, like marshes, swamps, lakes, and rivers. And I've actually seen this firsthand, as every year when my family and I go on vacation, we usually take a trip to the same place, and near the place is a small pond on a golf course, and it's actually home to multiple alligators. Every time we drive past it, we look, and sometimes we see large alligators basking on the riverside. And the ones we've seen have to be at least 8 to 10 feet long. They're pretty big. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like buttons, Mom. Let's aim for 2,000 likes for another one of these scary trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 13% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise. It's in the description down below. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.